Greetings, everyone out there in internet land. My name is Troy Benier, and is the Miami International Science Fiction Film Festival. And would you believe everyone survived that crash? Yes, they all survived. All survived. Ready to fly again. That was a beautiful piece that was mashed up by All India Radio with some really cool marionette effects from the Thunderbirds. Really awesome stuff. And we love All India Radio. This QR code right here, okay? This QR code right here, you can quickly scan that and take a listen to all their great music and pick up some, buy some vinyl. It'd be awesome. So, with all that said, today we have a interesting deep dive with Ifaz. Ifaz from New York City, and Ifaz is a sci-fi filmmaker, and his film is called "It Came from Outer Space." Man, this is what I would call a sci-fi mystery thriller. Right up the alley for those folks who like sci-fi and horror. You're gonna like this one. So let's bring him on and interrogate him. Greetings, Ifaz. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. You're materializing slowly in and out. So we're happy to have you here because we know that might take a lot of energy to keep you in one place. You're a busy guy. Yes, yes. So, what in the world is with this? It came from outer space. It's a great title, right? Pretty broad, and folks are when you look at the poster, it's like catchy. It's a real interesting story. How'd you come about this? What was the reasoning? What was the influence for you on this film?
That's a good question. Um, well, when I was making this, when I was coming up with the idea for this film, I was actually in my junior year or senior year of my bachelor degree. So I was studying English literature, as I told you before, and then film studies. But for this particular film, I took
Mhm.
a class called The New Weird.
Mm,
It's like it was like about like we learned Lovecraft, we read Vandermeer Annihilation.
right, right.
So I was already in the class learning from my professor about this kind of genre, and I was when I tell you, I was captivated. I was in very much within this genre. Like I was deep diving, like you say, I was deep diving in this genre, learning all the tropes, watching all the movies, learning about all the filmmakers. Um, and I don't know if this movie would be considered new weird. I would say it's more cosmic horror, but uh,
Exactly. Yes.
mhm. But that was like basically the kind of inspiration for me. And then I don't know. I guess like sorry, excuse me, an alien egg just kind of came to mind out of nowhere, and I just ran with it. Um, but Yeah, I mean, I just basically watched all the cosmic horror movies I could find, and just kind of came up with this one.
How long did it take to produce?
I mean, I had it in production for like what do you call it? Like maybe 3 months. It wasn't too
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
It was my first like real production though. Like I never had anything done before that. This was kind
Sure.
of the first. Um,
Sure.
yeah, I did.
That's
I
good.
did. I did make projects before that, but that was like with friends, family. It wasn't anything that I had to put money into or really
Right.
too
Right.
seriously. But
Right. Right. Okay. All right. No, good. Good. Very good, man. Help us pronounce your last name. Howlader? Is that right?
yeah, I mean, both are fine. I say how later, but I think
Howlader.
my dad says Howlader. I don't know my pronunciation for for it is even. I can't even do it myself. So
Okay.
I was-
No, that's awesome. No, that's okay. Just want to get it right. It's important for us to get it right because we have to announce you and talk about your film.
I
We do
appreciate
our very best
it. Yeah.
with that. So very good. So I'd like to tell folks, of course, give a little bit about synopsis about this. But
Sure.
basically, an ambitious marine biologist finds a strange alien-looking egg on the shores of Long Island. She brings it back home to her lab at home to study it. but soon finds out that she might have bitten off more than she could chew. It makes her sick, causes her to hallucinate. There's strange figures in her room. That's like outer, like, lost the outer limits, Twilight Zone type of stuff, man. Really good. But as already mentioned, Ifaz talked a little bit about himself. He's a screenwriter and director from Long Island. His parents immigrated from Bangladesh. Is that right?
Yep.
Bangladesh. Okay.
Mhm.
And he majored in English literature and minored in film studies at Baruch College
Yep.
in Midtown Manhattan. Another New Yorker.
Yep. Yep.
And has been writing and directing his own homemade short films with family and friends since the age of 14. That's very good. Because of his love for cinema as well as photography, they've developed greatly, and he decided to make his filmmaking dream a reality. That's good. That's good. So, how has the reception been for your film?
For the most part, I mean, for the most part, people liked it. They told me they like mostly my family and friends. They really liked it. I do show it to like everyone I can, even if if I hear they like movies and even if it's the first time I met them, I'll show it to them.
Really?
Uh, and for the most part, I got good feedback,
Yeah.
but I mean, a lot of people will just kind of say what you want to hear. So I kind of have to like filter to make sure like I also show it to my like film friends and people who like write stories. So they give me good feedback. Like I'm not remembering exactly some things they've told me, but I mean myself I give myself like the most criticism, like things I don't like about it. I kind of like really like dial in on things I just
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right. No, that's good. That's good. So let's bring up. I've got quite a few photos here that we can share and talk about. This is your slide. I love the poster. The poster is very nice, ghostly, strange. Actually, it says strange. Something strange is here. But it's really nice. That's a very catchy poster. So you should go out of your way to make sure you have large print copies of this, because people will want that poster. I can tell you that now. So that would help market your film and your product. Whereas this is just an idea. You would print them and send a few to every festival that accepts your film, and you would tell them when you make your submission, you would make sure that it's clear in the notes where the first thing they see is you who made this, and if the film is accepted, you will send free posters.
Oh, okay. That's a great idea.
Okay, merchandising is important.
No, I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I never even thought about that.
That's okay. That's what this is. That's what we do here.
No, I think
Um,
good idea.
So here's a little. We're reading off of
Mhm.
your press kit here, which is
Mhm.
pretty cool. I think it's great that you have a press kit. A lot of folks don't do this, but something strange is here. Scientist discovers an alien egg, not another egg. Ambitious marine biologist finds a strange egg on the beach and brings it back to home. That's the first thing you don't do. Brought it home. You're supposed to leave it at the police station. She might have bit off more than she can chew, and the egg makes her sick and causes her to hallucinate. That's no fun. The idea for this film originated from your Lovecraftian horror. Ooh. Where you discovered this genre in college, um, and called this new weird, and instantly became obsessed with this subgenre. And of course, you're labeling it as cosmic horror. I think that's pretty good. Cosmic horror is another way to say sci-fi horror.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that you're saying that your own spin on traditional tropes, meaning that it came from outer space is all about the fear of the unknown. The film also sends a message that humans aren't at the center of the universe, and what's even scarier is that we don't even know who it is. And you gave us some stills. Good. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a great shot. And is it fair to say that that is Sad Shadley
Yeah,
Shadell
yeah, Shadell.
Shadell Smith, who's the character in the production,
Hmm.
and that's great. And I guess she's holding an egg.
Hmm.
How did that egg get there? Do we ever learn that?
Uh, not in the film, but
Okay.
I've had my own kind of like thoughts about it.
Okay.
Um, mainly my, I mean, mainly my main kind of theory, because even I don't know, but my main theory is just landed, just mysteriously landed from space. Oh wait, no, or it landed in the ocean and then it washed up on the beach on the shore.
Sure.
That
Sure.
was, but
Well,
um,
right there, you, Ifaz, you have a short story
mhm,
that you could get published in someone's analog, you know, and that's just another form of merchandising your film. That's selling your film again. So that's another add-on. So if someone sees that
yeah,
in that, they can know that the film exists, and
hmm,
they might want to watch it. So you can cross promote two different mediums, which is good stuff.
that's a good idea.
Here she is again with your cast with her camera. Where'd you get that camera from? That's an old camera, isn't it?
I think
Old
I
antique
think that
camera.
was from Amazon or eBay or something.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
A couple bucks, but
And this is her at night in a room, and it looks like there's a figure there.
hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, the film is 7 minutes, 51 seconds long, aspect ratio 3:2. Why did you shoot in 24 frames per second? Why is that?
Uh, like I mean, it's the standard, but also I know some people like to shoot at 30, whatever, but I like the look of like the classic film
Yeah,
look.
it makes for, more of a cinematic feel,
Yep.
whereas 30 or 29 point, etc.,
Hmm.
is more of a video feel.
Right, right, right.
And I can tell you right now, 24p looks better than video.
Hmm. Hmm.
Video's great when you're watching sports.
Flash,
You're watching football game, baseball, something.
maybe
You want,
documentaries.
yeah, you want to see the high frames per minute,
Yep. Yep.
something fast.
Hmm.
But 24p is cinematic
Hmm.
format.
Hmm.
All
Even with the
right.
back camera, 24 looks good. So
Yeah. What did you shoot with?
I think it was a Canon 6D or something. It
Hmm.
was like a really old camera. Like at the time,
Yeah.
it's like a 2012 camera or 2011.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't even think.
it's a great camera. That camera is excels because it has the ability to, because I have one. It
Oh,
excels because its capability with all the different lenses that make it look really good.
yeah.
Give
Yep.
it a perfect shot. And if you're shooting in certain bright conditions, you could use a polarized lens, a lens filter, things like, you're able to put filters on, things
Yep.
like that,
Yep.
to make it a even better shot.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think I'm forgetting the name of the movie, but it was Greta Gerwig, and I think it was a Noah Baumbach movie.
Hmm.
It took place in New York City. I don't
Hmm.
know why I'm forgetting the name, but it was shot in black and white. But that was where I got the idea for that camera because at the time I was like studying New York filmmakers.
Yeah.
He shot the whole movie with that camera, so I was like, it's cheap, might as well do it. If Noah Baumbach could do it, I could at least
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. Oh, you have a little something about the lead, because we covered you already. So she's from Australia, and she was a model, and that's really good idea. Uh, People who, what I've recognized, this is just my own experience. My experience, a lot of people who are in one part of the industry sometimes get opportunities to be in film, and they do it. They take it, and it actually works for them. And I've come across a lot of folks, ladies in particular, who were models that got opportunity to be in film, and they're getting roles, even in this climate. They're getting roles. So that's a really good thing. That she lives in New York City and is in a program and lead an indie feature film, Gravitational Pull of New York, and now she's off into London in an ever growing television and film industry. See, that
And she
sounds
was great.
great.
Mhm.
That sounds
She was
great.
very, very easy to work with.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. So what's how else has the film performed? Has it been in any other festivals? Have you submitted to other festivals?
Yeah, I recently submitted to the Liftoff Festival in New York City.
Yes. Hmm.
I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, I'm new to all this, so I don't have that much experience, and I don't really have any, industry connections or anything. I'm just kind of doing this for the love of filmmaking,
Yes.
um, and like kind of showing it to my friends and family. But just recently, I just had I needed to just kind of put myself out there more and submit to festivals because it's like
Hmm.
I did all that. I don't want to let anyone down. I don't want to have wasted anyone's time. So, and this is like my dream to make movies I want to make movies for the rest of my life. So,
Well, Ifaz, did you listen to the talk? Where I think you were there. 2 nights ago, we had a big meeting
yep.
that you were there for that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, uh, repeating what I said then, this so far, this is probably the best time in 10 years to be a content creator like this because the industry of the big budget is in reverse, and people that have the ability to tell stories in at the micro scale,
Mhm.
macro, and at a small scale, are making out.
Mhm.
And now we
Absolutely.
have many more mediums to play our content to be monetized in.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a great time.
Yep.
Whether you do it, stream it on YouTube until you get enough people, or you find a place to find a home for your film, like on a Tubies or Pluto TVs.
Mhm.
There are plenty of places where you can put your content
Yep.
to
Yep.
be monetized. So it all comes down to ownership. How do you make sure that you retain ownership, or if you decide to license, you get
Mhm.
it back after a certain amount of years.
Mhm.
You don't let anybody keep it for 30 years, that kind of thing. So no, that's a good position to be in. And the deal is, if you keep your day-to-day expenses low, you'll typically have a reserve budget to produce your content.
Mhm.
And so it's very likely you could produce 4 films a year.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, that's the plan. I mean, for him, I don't know if I would be able to do four. I can try, but yeah, that's the idea. I mean, I want to. I mean, I'm posting on TikTok every day. I'm, I'm getting some traction on there.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
There's
um,
so there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's fan
mhm.
base. You've heard of fan base? There are many venues to get your content out.
Hmm. I gotta look into fan base. I never heard of that one.
Yeah, fan base is one where you actually get paid directly. There's no middleman.
No way. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's growing. I don't know how big it's growing, but it's
Mhm.
definitely growing. It's grown since I first started on it 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I have to look into that.
yeah. So can we show your trailer?
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's bring that up. That's a pretty scary, scary soundtrack. Good, good. Where did that the idea to use that soundtrack came from?
Uh, I think I was just scouring the internet for a soundtrack I could legally use.
Right.
I think I paid for that one from like a website or something.
Yeah.
But I think I was like looking for like a week or two or something like that.
Putting the time in. There you go. That's good. So, what are your thoughts on, in general, on science fiction, and where do you think it's going, and what are the sci-fi shows that you like to watch?
Oh, good question. I think sci-fi. I mean, personally, I think it's definitely one of my favorite genres.
Hmm.
Uh, I always argue with myself. What do I like more? Like, I really like the New York City kind of like Sean Baker, Safdie brothers type of style movies. But then I also really love sci-fi, and I know those are like really totally different.
Right.
But I'm currently writing a sci-fi film right now.
Hmm.
It's I think it's going to be pretty good. Um, it's about a heart surgeon. It's more to do with nanotech, but
Sure.
rather than copy car. But I think sci-fi is like one of the best genres. I love Ex Machina. That's a great movie that I use as inspiration for sci-fi.
Yes.
I think sci-fi is actually. I think it's gonna be. I mean, it is already a dominant genre,
Oh,
but
without a doubt.
yeah.
It pretty much is. It's at
Hmm.
the top of the food chain, if you ask me.
Hmm. And I mean, sci-fi itself is amazing, but then when you pair it with like horror or thriller, like sci-fi horror, sci-fi thriller, that's like that's like chef's kiss right there. That's like
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah,
genre.
you're absolutely right. That's where you are going to have the broadest appeal,
Hmm.
because you have folks from both genres
Hmm.
that will come together, because it's going to appeal, both of their senses. And one sense,
Hmm.
of course, is the sense of fear, and the other sense is the sense of getting out of that fear, hope,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is the traditional science fiction. So, I as much as I'm not really the horror guy, but I totally value sci-fi in horrific situations where it's about survival and
Hmm.
making it.
Hmm.
So of course, the Alien franchise falls right into the middle of that. These are horrific scenes where people are surviving, utilizing technology to survive, right? So that's a big deal. So, and I think that's a winning methodology, in my
Hmm.
opinion. So I'm on board with you with that. But
Yeah.
what are some of the other shows, man? What's out there that's really got your interest?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. I there's a pocket of time where I did watch a lot of shows,
Hmm.
but whenever I always think like I'm gonna watch a show, I'm
Hmm.
gonna spend so much time on it, and it's gonna take away from me watching movies. Like I just like it's gonna really sink me in because I love shows. I
Right.
don't know if Lost is like counts as sci-fi, but
If what
I think
does?
Lost counts as sci-fi.
You said
Lost,
lost?
yeah,
Lost?
yes,
No.
that's
No.
all sci-fi. Um, I mean, I'm more of a sci-fi movie guy. I'm blanking on a sci-fi show I've watched recently. Maybe The Boys. Oh, The Boys, maybe. But
Oh yeah, that's science fiction. It is.
super, yes, sci-fi.
It's
I
more.
mean,
It's more what you would call superhero fantasy,
yeah,
but that takes from sci-fi. It
yeah.
takes from sci-fi.
Uh, I'm not. I'm blanking right now. What's your What's your favorite sci-fi show or movie?
Well, I've got a bunch, of course, but what I'm watching now, I'm watching Strange New Worlds. I'm watching Star Trek Academy, Starfleet Academy. I've watched The Expanse. I think The Expanse is. I'm in a high agreement with it. And to give you an example, why not Star Trek? Um, because they're just getting there, and Star Trek is built on top of a franchise, so it's not the same, even though it has its own originality. But you're talking about something that was original 60 years ago. Whereas The Expanse, even though I think The Expanse is taken from one of my stories, Planeta Desconocido, X Room, very similar. But The Expanse is probably the best sci-fi series of all. It's currently carrying. and nothing is coming close. And in my opinion, won't, especially where the community is going now, where industry, where everything is going now. It's the last big sci-fi successful story.
Hmm.
The last one for a long time. This was, I want to say for the next 10 years. Yeah, I think it ended. What are we in? This is 2026. It ended about 3 years ago. It
Hmm.
started around 2015. It had a 6-year run. So it kind of went. It ended during the pandemic.
Okay.
And 6 seasons. 6 seasons it had, and but it might come back.
Okay.
The fan base is so strong, it might come back because there are 1 or 2 books that have to be finished,
Hmm.
and that's easily 3 seasons if they do it right.
Okay.
So, yeah, it could happen. Could happen. It's going to be with some different actors, but
Mhm.
the fan base is still there,
Mhm.
and the series was so scientifically accurate, which is why it had such broad appeal.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So sci-fi is something you've been into your whole life, or something you discovered recently, or not recently, but like at some point.
Since day one, but
Hmm.
since day one, and you
What's your
know,
favorite sci-fi movie?
that's tough. I have a collection that I
Okay.
love, and
Hmm.
I need to start playing on that.
Hmm.
But there's some great sci-fi films. I absolutely love The Thing.
Yeah.
The and not the original from the 50s, the one that was in
John
the
Carpenter.
70s, 80s, something
Yeah.
like that. I think these I call
Right.
foundation blocks in science fiction cinema, whereas so much stuff came from them. I
Absolutely.
love the Alien franchise.
Yep.
To me, the Alien franchise and the Blade Runner franchise overlap. I think, to me, even though people have said they're not, to me they feel like they're in the same universe.
Hmm.
They feel like
Interesting.
they're in the same universe. Absolutely, especially looking at 2049 and looking at this last one that came out.
Hmm.
It looks like it's the same freaking universe.
Yeah.
Um, I think what's going on with Predator,
Hmm.
they've done a great job. Sequels normally are trash.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job with
Nice.
what was
That,
it called with an H? It was what was it when it was shot in the past in the
I'll
Native
pray.
American tribes. Pray.
Yeah.
That great. I put that and Badlands on the same shelf.
So good.
Both
That.
great pieces of work.
Yep.
Totally unexpected. Both of
Hmm.
them totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Homage to the
Hmm.
the universe
Hmm.
of that genre, of that franchise. I might be leaving a few things out. What's kind of new, I think, is the Foundation series. It's very new. It's very light, meaning very short,
Hmm.
but it's a huge production. It's a huge production. It's done very well. I like the Harry character and the young lady that's in it. I love it. It's very, very good. But I'm a huge hard sci-fi fan. Now, when we talk about the Star Treks, right, Star Wars,
Hmm.
it's hard to say because when you grow up watching those shows, it's your culture.
Right. Right.
When you grow up with it, it's your culture. You
Yeah.
act like that. You
Hmm.
know, you're stuck with the Roddenberry principles in your head. So of course, I love DS9. I enjoyed Enterprise with Archer. I'm hoping that Michael Sussman gets his deal with the two things that I hope happen with Star Trek. I hope Michael Sussman gets the Archer arc, where we learn how Archer and the blue character that was with him, the Andorian, how they make the Federation happen. It's possible that may be like an Andor-like series. that'd be the best. That would probably be the best of Star Trek.
Hmm.
Strange New Worlds, great job. I
Mhm.
didn't see the last one or two seasons, but from what I've seen so far, they've done a great job with that. With Star Wars, Andor wins it hands down.
Yeah, that
It's
was a
it's
good show.
it's if you're a Star Wars fan, you can't not like it. The
Right.
costuming, the wardrobe, the characters they have, they're so good and rich. Andor is going to, huh?
The like when you watch the show, the world feels alive. Like it feels like a real world that you could, you hop in the
Yeah,
TV.
did you visit? Yeah, I want to go to Disney World and see it.
Oh, they have.
you know, well, I know they have the the Star Wars experience at
Mm,
Disney World and at Disneyland. They
mm,
have it there.
mhm.
They threw out Kylo Ren and Rey. They threw all of them out. They
Interesting.
said, "You're out," and they brought back Han Solo and Darth Vader.
Oh
Of
wow.
course, they're going to bring Mando and they're going to bring
Oh, I think you muted.
and they're gonna bring Grogu.
Yeah.
I think the Mandalorian was done so well. It was done
Mm.
so well. It was the epitome of giving Clint Eastwood a blaster and a lightsaber. And told him, go get those guys. Yeah,
Do you like Andor or Mandalorian better?
they're two different types of films.
Hmm.
It's
Right.
like saying, do you like a hot dog or a hamburger?
Yeah. True.
You know, you
True.
dress that hot dog up with the right. Come on, you from New York. You dress that hot dog with the right sauerkraut and mustard,
Yeah.
some red onion. Oh, come on,
Yeah.
man. Who's gonna not like a dirty water hot dog?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. And then when it comes to a burger, cooked just right amount of grilled onions on it, right amount of lettuce, little bit of tomato, and a generous amount of mayonnaise.
That's exactly how I eat my burgers.
That's the New York, bro.
Little bit of
So
tomatoes.
they're very different things that are
Yeah.
eaten during different times and
Absolutely.
at different places.
Hmm.
Not the same,
Yep.
right? Right. A bagel, a bagel with cream cheese. Oh man, something's messing up with the audio. Audio's freaking out. Oh, what's happening? Be right back. How's that? The audio.
It might be the headset.
Can you hear me? Okay?
I can understand you. I hear the.
You hear the rattling?
I can hear you now. Let's.
That's
Maybe
hold
my.
on. Okay. So bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it's good now.
Okay. All right. So and you take a bagel, right? Take a bagel. You're not gonna eat a bagel for lunch. You're not gonna eat a bagel for dinner. But for
Right.
breakfast, you're on a run, catching a train or jumping in a car to go whatever across that crazy bridge. That bagel with, remember how New Yorkers make their bagels. Thick layer of cream cheese.
Yep.
You can't put no thin drizzle like they do at Dunkin'. Can't do that.
No.
But that with a nice cup of coffee, half
Right.
cup, right? Half cup. You can't have the diabetes go nuts. Half cup, some cream and sugar. Different time of day, different occasion. So Andor, two different films, man. They're not even watched together.
True. I know.
Because here's the reason why. Andor is a very serious film.
Yeah.
It's very serious. There's deep conviction. For the most part, it's a suicide run. Whereas the Mandalorian is revenge.
Okay.
It's a fistful of dollars. It's
Mm-hmm.
revenge. All
Mm-hmm.
right. I'm here to because of something that you got to give me. You got to give me
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
you
Right.
did. Where
Right.
Andor is we're investigating something. This is a very deep thing. This is a military. This is a military film where Mandalorian they're robbing stagecoaches. One's in the pirate world.
Yeah.
Pirate world. One is in the authoritarian world of
Right.
Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and
Inter-
Dagger versus
Yeah.
pirates. They're very, very different. Hot dog, hamburger.
I like that. I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
make a lecture. That's gonna be a lecture, okay? Hot dog,
That's a good one.
hamburger.
No, that's a good one. I mean, the reason I ask is I've never seen Mandalorian yet. I've seen Andor, but so I just so I like your review, so I'm gonna definitely have to put it on tonight.
So you said you haven't seen Mandalorian yet?
I never seen Mandalorian. I've seen Andor
So
though.
so the first season of here's how you watch it. You watch season 1, season 2,
Mm-hmm.
Mando, and then you do season 3, Boba, and then
Mm-hmm.
the last season of Mando. So I think that's 3 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you fit Boba in between 2 and
Yeah.
3. And the reason why Boba, in my opinion, Boba is part of Mando. That's the same universe. Mando's in the film with Boba. And the reason why is because they're intertwined. But most importantly, and I'm not going to give it all up for you, but in Boba, what they do in Boba, a lot of people didn't like it because they don't, in my opinion, they don't appreciate Star Wars universe. One of the nicest things in Star Wars that we learn about are Jawas. Jawas are everywhere.
Yeah.
Mando introduces us to a lot more about Jawas.
Mm.
Boba introduces us to the Sand People.
Mm.
It's an incredible people who are true Star Wars fans that know about Jawas, know about the Sand People. This is very old Star Wars, original trilogy stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
They bring the original trilogy to us, so we get to know more about the Jawas. And especially the Sand People.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, the way they made it, I from when I watched Andor, I was amazed. I mean, I thought that show was incredible. My friends watch it too. I gotta watch Mandalorian. So
yeah, and what's the comedian Bill Burr? You know Bill Burr? Comedian?
I think so.
He's in it. He does a fantastic job in The Mandalorian. Fantastic
He's in it?
job. Fantastic. He's one of the characters. He's
Okay.
one of the characters in Mandalorian, and the guy's exceptional.
Okay. Awesome. I gotta watch it.
Mandalorian. Before Andor, Mando was the best.
Yeah, no, I remember Mandalorian came out a while back, and Andor was kind of recent.
And Starbucks in it. Starbucks from Battlestar Galactica's in it. She plays one of the Mandalorians.
Okay.
So I want to give it all up, but it's good. And now, and understand what they did. Understand what they did. That style
Yep.
of Mandalorian, because Mandalorian and Andor, even though they're different, there's a tiny overlap because they're sort of like in the same universe. I'm sorry, the same timeline. Even though the Mandalorian, they're in the same universe, but Mando is at the end of number 6. Because we have 4, 5, 6. The rebellion is fallen. The empire. The empire is fallen. So they're at the end of that. That's Mandalorian is at the end of that. Whereas Andor is on the other side of 4, 5, and 6. Right.
Okay.
Right. And Andor is just a snippet. It's a snippet of a book called Catalyst. Catalyst is the book about Galen Erso and him and Krennic as they fight over, dragging Galen, to building that power supply for the Death Star. That he learns that they actually want him to use it as a weapon, right? And Andor is a part of that. So if they made Catalyst, Andor would fit in it. Andor fits in Catalyst.
Okay.
And in that process, you learn more about Saw Gerrera. Right. And all the things that were going on at the end of the Clone Wars. Right. At a deeper dive like The Mandalorian.
So you're very much within like deep within the Star Wars lore, right? Like you're interested.
The good stuff, yeah. The good stuff, they've intertwined it really nicely. And
I like it, yeah.
and the movie Solo takes place during Andor, and during the last parts of Andor. That's when Han Solo was a young guy, flying around with his Millennium Falcon and the guy he got it from Lando. They were just on another part of the galaxy. But that was going on the same time that Andor was going
on. Oh wow.
The same time that this is after the prequels, in between the prequels and New Hope. This is when, and of course, remember Rogue One. Rogue One is a tiny bit between Andor and number 4, A New Hope. You see how they stitch together?
Yeah.
Ahsoka takes place during The Mandalorian. Ahsoka's older, right? So we've passed, because Ahsoka remember, she was a baby in the Clone Wars. Did you see it?
I've seen all the Star Wars, but I'm trying to jog my memory.
People probably cried during Ahsoka when they had the live action Clone Wars in it. Baby Ahsoka's there with Anakin fighting in the Clone Wars. Live action. People freaking out. Clone troopers and everything. That was one of the best things Disney's ever done. That clip. But all of that, it's a flashback, but those are flashbacks in Ahsoka, which is during the Clone Wars, number 2 and 3, right? And then Ahsoka herself, in that current show, is taking place during The Mandalorian. Her and Mando meet up. That's season 3. It's a glorious celebration if you're a Star Wars fan. But once again, if you're a fan, if you're not a fan, yeah, you're gonna say all these horrible things. Because you're no longer a fan. You changed. Story hasn't changed.
Right.
Story hasn't changed. It's like Star Wars is 200 years long. The ones that we see, it's from this to this is damn near 200 years long. Story hasn't changed. People changed.
How do you feel about Dune, the Dune franchise?
Dune is an incredible. I saw the original. Very good, very different, very different, very, very different. The new one makes it easier to understand because we've caught up as viewers. We've caught up to the exotic content that it is. We've caught up. So the viewer has matured enough to truly appreciate Dune. Great piece of work. There's a lecturer that says Dune is probably has broken the scale of filmmaking. In other words, if you can't make anything that's good, it's exceptional work. Exceptional work. It is art in it's sci-fi in its finest art form. Because it's so exotic. What they did was so exotic.
Right.
So exotic and different. Foundation has a little bit of that in it.
Okay.
Foundation has a little bit of that in it. Which is why it's such an expensive production that Apple is giving us.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my Apple phone because they do that. Gotta give them some money. They ain't make any money. We've never had that. So it's good.
Did you watch the HBO Dune or?
You mean the original?
Or the
thing they did? No, I have not seen that. And if I did, I may have seen clips. But no, I need to watch it. I probably saw clips of it.
Okay. I was gonna ask you, if that's worth a watch because I haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying we've got to wrap it up soon.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is fun. This is my first real one-on-one interview about anything to do with movies, so this was amazing.
Oh, awesome! I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope you come to more. We might have one or two tomorrow, but not much after tomorrow. There's going to be probably one or two next week, maybe a little bit on Tuesday, but that's going to be it and then the festival starts.
Okay.
But during the virtual festival, there's going to be more interviews, more slots.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. So
thank you for having me.
No, you're very welcome, Ifaz. Thanks so much for coming, and thanks for interviewing me. Awesome.
Well, have a good day.
Thanks so much. See you again soon.
See you later.
Bye for now. Bye for
now. All others must immediately return to the inner solar system or face serious consequences.
Mon Dieu, an insurgency! What was that?
Thank you.